chronicler. I am here to recount the tales of the greatest adventurers in the realm. Follow us on grand adventures through high magic and grand swordplay. In a world ravaged by monsters, ruled by tyrants, and fought over by villains, who would dare to stand up to them? Lend me your ear, and I shall tell you. Welcome back, brave heroes, to our adventures in Chronicles of the Lost Realm. When we last left our heroes, they were finding themselves in a bit of a predicament. Lisban's house was completely ravaged by a dragon, but his magical fortress still survived. Unfortunately, Lisban did not. Through meeting his water elemental genie, they found a band that took them to the 66th layer of the abyss and home to the long-forgotten father of Pharun named Nim. Hello everyone, welcome back to Chronicles of the Lost Realm. Everybody, tonight is going to be a special night. It's going to be awesome. I have no doubts. Joining me tonight is the Ranger Extraordinaire himself, Pharun Tanktonalis.
Oh, it's going to be a quiet evening here in the spider pits.
Yes, quiet. That's the term we'll use. Also joining Pharun in this long escapade through the demon web pits, someone to hopefully keep him alive and supply his addiction, the Blighted Crow.
Oh, I'll keep him alive for a little while, at least hanging on by a thread, that is.
The Life Tailor himself.
Oh, Jesus.
And finally, trying to keep both of them alive and probably trying to keep her own sanity while she's at it, Valhalla Windmeadow.
I don't know if I'm babysitting or if I just need to drink more.
Little of column A, little of column B.
Right? Little bit of both. When we last left our intrepid heroes, you had used that iron, titanium, platinum band with the abyssal runes on it to travel to the demon web pits. When you arrived, you noticed that you were on a rocky outcropping that kind of looked out over this massive expanse of a pit. And over top of this pit, there's just a number of branching pathways and various directions to go. From where you're standing, you can see that the pathways are all interwoven over top of each other and just kind of they cut back and forth. That if I can, I'll get a picture that maybe we can upload with our YouTube video so that you guys can kind of see exactly what I'm talking about visually. Until then, you'll just have to work with my completely crappy description.
I'll make sure that we have a picture. It'll probably go over some of our artwork in the background, but I'll put a picture dead center so that way people can follow the map.
There we go. That'll work. So the first thing that you notice with kicking this off is that we know that Melwood wasn't with you, so he's obviously not there, but your bard friend, who was also with you, is now... He's still there, but you see that he is actually polymorphed into a small chess piece-sized statuette. It is a perfect replica of Billy.
It's the most entertaining he's ever been.
And quiet.
He's just sitting on the ground, right?
Yep. It's just a little, token that's just kind of sitting on the ground.
Pharun picks it up, looks at it, goes, huh, and drops it in his bag of holding.
Okay, that's fair. So
deal with that later.
Right. Quinthell is with you, of course. She kind of came in last minute last time, as everybody might remember, that she had some problems with a white dragon that came to the tavern and kind of messed things up, screwed things over, whatnot. And as you're standing on this cliffside thing, looking out over all of it, directly in front of you, on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side, you can see that there are two paths connected to this stone outcropping that you're standing on. You all can roll perception or investigation checks on MRPG to try and investigate the paths a little better.
Let's see here. Perception and investigate. Investigation's actually better, so we'll go with that.
There's
Damn, Katie.
investigation.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Plus 11.
Yeah, we got to have conversations about that. Especially when I get a +5 and only get an 11 out of it. God damn, MRPG. Worst ranger ever.
Okay. So the two of you are just kind of, the Crow and Pharun are just kind of taking in the massive expanse of this, like the just grandeur of it all. And while they're doing that, Valhalla is looking at the pathway. And you see that the two pathways that extend off of this outcropping are actually, they're resemblant of spider webbing, but they are actually very polished stone, like kind of a marble, but very, very shiny and polished. Each of the paths are 20 feet wide, and upon further inspection, you see that they're more like bridges than anything. They're about 3 inches thick, and they don't appear to actually go up or down, even though they're like they cross over each other. There doesn't appear to be any difference from where you're standing in the level of everything. It's like a 2-dimensional planescape from where you're standing right this moment. And as you're investigating the stone, you notice that there's almost like something moving within the stone, like a very faint, translucent kind of movement inside. And upon your 30 roll of investigation, you see that these translucent shapes that are moving in the stones are distorted bodies and faces of different humanoids.
Hey guys, look what I found.
Pharun comes over and takes a deep look.
You see the same thing now that she's pointed it out to you.
You could literally see a cloud come over Pharun, and I would imagine Quinthell as well, because out of everybody, we would know what this place is all about, since our heritage worships this. You know what I mean? So Pharun just has a very, very troubled look on his face and really has nothing to say.
You don't look so well. What do you know?
That this is the last place in the world my sister and I would want to be.
Why is that?
Player character. I know exactly where I am, yes.
Yes, you know this is the Demon Web Pits. Yep.
Player character, have my sister and I figured out the mystery of everything else?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why Quinthell was so hell bent on getting you guys here, because this is where Nim is.
Okay. This is my father's lair.
Oh.
Well, good. A family reunion.
Not good. My father defeated Loth. This is the spider pit, but he was corrupted by its evil and replaced Loth as the king of chaos. This place will do everything in its power to kill us.
Wouldn't that make you the Prince of Chaos? And that we should have some sort of form of protection? Yes?
I don't think my father would even recognize me.
Pity.
Pity. I like it.
He was looking for that loophole though. Well, wait, you're the offspring of him, so he'll be fine with us. No,
I was hoping.
Right? Quinthell's just kind of surveying the pits, you know, kind of looking over the massive expanse. I mean, this thing stretches on for seemingly forever, and she kind of stops for a moment and points, and she says, there is where we must go. And draws your attention to a massive, like, you know how, like, when spiders weave the cocoons to lay their eggs? It resembles that, but in a more of a, like, castle spire that's way off in the distance.
Just like home.
I may be an assassin, but I really don't like spiders, so can we get this done and over with?
Be on your guard. Besides the souls of those who were entrapped here, a lot of drow who have disappointed at least Loth will roam these hallways. But they aren't like Quinthell and I. You'll see when you see it.
Okay.
Well,
and would you all like to start down the path that is on the left side or the path that is on the right side?
Which one seems like it's going to lead the most direct route? Because the one thing that I know about this place is it's formed of chaos. So whatever seems like the most logical choice, we should probably do the opposite.
Honestly, with the way it appears right now, being that it's like a two-dimensional flat plane from what you can see, you can't really tell which way would be better. You're definitely right about the chaotic part, though.
Flip a coin to decide, I guess.
It's the old 1d2.
The 1d. Is there a d2? There is not. There's a d4.
Right.
All right. 1 and 2 is heads. 3 and 4 is tails. Everybody agree?
Sure thing.
All right. So heads will be left. Tails will be right.
That's my fault. I'm sorry.
Great adventurers go right.
Is everyone in agreement with this? Well, I guess you all said yes. So
Yeah.
You begin down the right path, and no sooner do you step onto the white polished stones that a fog begins to fill up the chasm, and just it comes up out of the seemingly bottomless pit below you, and it comes up over the path that you're on, about 10 feet above you. So it's like there's this corridor that heads through the fog. It obscures your view of all the other paths as you are standing here. But you know that you have to go straight, as that's about the only real direction you have right now.
You know what? I never got any further class skills from my last level up. Question: can I get blind fighting? That would probably help in this situation.
Yeah. Well, they unfortunately don't have that in 5e.
Oh, they took it away, bastards.
But everything will be all right.
Okay. How thick is this corridor, this hallway? Like are we able to walk side by side, or is this going to be a single file type thing?
Yeah, it's the pathway itself is 20 feet wide, so you're definitely able to walk side by side. Because off to see the wizard.
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my!
After about 60 feet, you come to an area where you notice something up above you. I won't have you roll for this, but you see that there is a pathway that crosses over top of you. It's about 40 feet above you.
You know, it would help to get up to that platform? Levitation.
True.
But since we don't have that, does it look like can I see well enough of that passage above to see if there's any outcroppings or things to latch onto?
No, it's made of the same very smooth, polished stone.
So no stalactites or stalagmites, anything protruding that could be gripped?
No.
Damn.
Hold on 1 second here, and we'll do that. And while you're kind of investigating this area,
I gotta turn that off. I gotta turn that sound off every time you roll. Every time you roll, we have the Halloween theme. We get to the copyright strike.
Right? As you guys are standing here, kind of like, oh look, there's a path up there. Oh, I gotta roll that again.
What creature shall kill us today?
You see a very, very massive, the body on this thing is probably 8 feet long, spider, leap off of the path above you and float very slowly down to the path that you're on. I mean, not so slowly that you're like, oh, let's take pot shots at it, but it's obviously under the effect of the Featherfall spell.
Which means this thing's a pet.
And it immediately turns around to attack you. Everybody roll initiative.
Yay!
Hooray.
It's only been 3 episodes since we had an initiative. not since the Giants. 19.
Dang.
24. 21. And damn, Kate.
I got a 12.
Okay. So the crow's on a 24. The monster's on a 21. Pharun is on a 19. And Bahana is on a 12.
Are you going to roll for Quinthell?
That's probably a good idea.
That's who I originally thought that roll was for.
She runs scared. She's going right after you.
Yay.
Okay. So, Blighted Crow, you may take you the first action.
Ooh.
This thing kind of wiggles its mandibles at you.
All right, so how far away is it from me?
I'd say it's about 30 feet.
All right. I think I am going to first off cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay.
Because I am still hurt a little bit from that nasty fall that I took. Thanks, Billy.
Oh, that's right. See, I'm fully healed, so I thought everybody was already rested up.
Right.
No.
And that is D4 plus 6. So I gained 7 hit points back. Hooray. And then I am going to charge up to it. And because Healing Word is, in fact, a bonus action, I am going to attack this thing with my sword cane. I'm going to take the scabbard off the cane, revealing that it is, in fact, a long, thin sword. And I'm going to stab the crap out of it.
All right.
Pick an eye.
All right. Yeah. Hit him in the nards.
Wolfman don't got nards. Thank you for the Monster Squad reference.
And I missed it.
Yes, you did.
Whoops.
It's been a while since you've used your sword cane in this capacity, so you just kind of like swing at it, and my this mask must be affecting my depth perception.
Right.
No, but you miss at it. So
Horrible.
are you? Oh, you charged up at it. Okay, so
Yep.
you've already done all of your movements and whatnot.
Yes.
Now that it's its turn, it rears its abdomen and fires a sticky web of spider goop at you.
That's
Does
me?
a 17 hit? Yes.
17 actually misses me.
Okay.
So I imagine I just put up my shield and it just hits my shield. It's like, not today.
Okay, so yeah, it's just a ranged weapon attack. So yeah, you managed to deflect it away, and it doesn't really move. It just stays right there in front of you. Pharun,
How far away is it from me?
a good 30 feet.
And how tall is it?
I don't know, 5 feet, 6 feet tall.
All right. I run up, use acrobatics to jump onto its back, and downward thrust with both swords to the back of its head.
All right,
I guess I have to roll acrobatics first.
that would help.
That might help. Watch this
Maybe.
completely fail right here. 20!
Nice. So yeah, you do a nice little gymnastics maneuver and get up on top of it.
And now,
So now you get to roll your attack.
all right, first sword, which is the frost sword, 28.
Oh,
Second sword, which is the non-frost sword, 23.
yeah, those are definitely hits.
All right, so let's see here. D6 plus 6. First sword damage is 8 plus, what is it for the frost? I forget.
1d6.
Another 1d6. All right. So let's get the 1d6. So the frost sword did a total of 13 damage.
Nice.
And then the non-frost sword, add 10 more to that. 23.
Damn.
And I'm standing on top of this thing like an idiot.
It's definitely looking a little worse for wear. It's got just nasty green spider blood pouring all over the nice, beautiful stone pathway, but it is still alive. Quinthell kind of backs up and uses a crossbow to fire.
Thank God she didn't cast Fireball or something. I mean, I love my brother, but fuck it.
Great, you're good.
You had this coming. All right. So yeah, the crossbow bolt sticks it right in the center, but it's still kicking, even though it's very angry at this point. Valhalla, it is your turn.
I'm gonna use a Misty Step and do a sneak attack with my rapier.
Nice.
So does a 16 hit?
It's a hit.
Sweet.
Nice.
Sweet. Kill it with fire.
Waiting for damage.
And then this is the sneak attack.
Snurker Turk.
Jeepers.
Damn, she did as much as I did just by sneaking. I had to do all the fancy shit.
Right. So you Misty step behind it and just Skia! This is why they call me Stabby. Chop 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 chop. And
Stabby.
it breathes its last breath as it slumps down onto the nice, beautiful pathway. It is in fact dead. Everybody gets 200 experience points.
Woohoo.
Yay! That puts me at 19,600. Got it. Okay.
Quinthell says, I can only hope that the rest of the denizens of this place are as easy to destroy.
You know better than that. That was just a test of us.
You are probably very right.
So
I'm gonna pull out a vial and I'm gonna start milking the spider for some venom.
Okay,
You never know it when it'll come in handy.
you do. You collect 1 vial of giant spider poison.
Ooh.
Or giant spider poison. Let's see. DC 11 Constitution saving throw. And let's see. Oh my gosh. It does 2d8 for poison damage.
let me ask a question. I still have all those darts that used to be poisonous. Can I dip into that vial?
You sure can.
Crow, can I borrow that vial a second?
I suppose.
Don't-
What are you going to use this for?
Not the way I normally use your vials. I pull out the satchel and pull out all the darts and dip every single one.
Okay.
And then restop her and hand back the vial to him. Thank you.
All right. I'll put it under my cloak with the rest of my medicine.
Oh boy, because that won't be a problem later.
Do me a favor and label that.
So yeah, like that was pretty easy to dispatch. You've collected the poison. Are y'all just gonna leave the body where it sits?
In normal situations, I would say no. I would have pushed it off the side and let it fall into the abyss. However, in this situation, chaos reigns. Quinthell, what do you think? Leave it right where it is?
I don't think it'll matter one way or another.
All right. Then we might as well just let Dad know we're coming.
Indeed, we should.
It is only the polite thing to do.
You guys are continuing on, and after another 60 feet or so, you come to yet another overpass. This time, however, nothing comes flying down at you. And in fact, this directly on the other side of this little, because it's going over top of you, so I'm going to use the term overpass, even though you guys are technically on the underpass. But 10 feet away from you on the floor is a square of abyssal writing. Everybody can roll either religion or arcana to identify what this is.
Is there...
Or does anybody read abyssal?
I read every written language, but
Okay.
I can speak abyssal.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay. So the letters very clearly to you spell out that this is a teleportation square to ascend to the next level.
This square says that it will teleport us to the next level.
All right, well, no time like the present. Standing here is just going to bring more denizens to our location, so let's keep moving.
True. So you step on that.
Yep.
And just like the band that you guys had, the same runic letters illuminate and kind of create a sulfury smell. And you're teleported up to level 2, which is where the spiders descended from. And you actually find yourself farther along than you were before. You are now... I gotta find where that... There you go. So you guys are now much farther along. You are now completely disoriented, however. But your choices are to go right or to go left. If you would like, you can all roll perception checks to try and find that tower and see if you are, which direction to go.
Well, we're doing that now.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I could figure it out. All right, so who we waiting on perception?
I wasn't looking down. Did everybody? Yeah, everybody rolled. Okay.
Everybody did.
So this time, Valhana's the one that isn't really paying attention. The other two, Crow and Pharun, you see that you have to head left now in order to start heading towards the spider-like egg tower.
All right.
It seems like left is the way.
I agree, but keep your guard up because we don't know what else is going to be hiding around this corner. Weapons drawn, cautiously head left.
Okay. You travel about 30 feet, and in the fog above you, you see another overpass. And dropping down from this one before you can get there, in an attempt to kind of block your way and stymie you from continuing, it floats down the same way as the spider. This one also, kind of drifting down is Featherfall. But it is not a giant spider. This time it is a massive 12-foot long giant scorpion. It is extremely upset and angry and ready to fight. So everyone roll initiative.
Here we go again.
Keeps dropping these giant monsters on us.
I think it's gonna be fun.
Here we go again. Come on. No, not 2 3s, just 1. Thank you. Yeah, I'm last. I wasn't prepared this time.
Right? Like, let's see if Quinthell rolls a 3.
Follow the order.
Right? Nope. Okay. All right, so it looks like the giant scorpion is going first on a 23.
Damn it.
So we are going to roll to see who is closest. There's 4 of you, so 1d4. Because we didn't establish a marching order, so
I would say use initiative order. Whoever goes first of our party to whoever's last, so I would be number 4.
There you go. All right.
That didn't work out.
So yeah, because I'm the leader of the group, I'll take number 1.
All right. So this thing comes clicking and skittering up to you and makes its claw attacks. Actually, it gets to make 3 attacks, 2 with its claws, 1 with its sting.
Do I get any parrying abilities?
No.
I don't need to do that. Don't need to on that one. Uncanny dodge. I'm a 16 armor class.
Nice. And then its sting comes down on you, which is another +1. Jeez.
Oh.
So this thing's just a swinging and cannot seem to hit you to save its life.
I'm just sidestepping everything.
Yeah, it's hitting the ground, clacking at air with its giant claws. Quinthell takes a shot with her bow, or her crossbow, which hits 1d8 +2 for 6 whole points of damage. It kind of backs up 5 feet or so away from you, but it is definitely very much alive and very much angry. And it is now Valhana's turn.
I'm gonna do the Misty Step sneak attack thing again.
Okay.
2.
How many of those do you get per day? You may not want to spend them all now.
I can use sneak attack once per turn.
Oh, okay.
What about the Misty Step, though?
Misty Step, I think, is a permanent thing.
I think that's a once per day thing.
Is it?
or at least short rest.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think it is short rest though.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll skip the Misty Step and just try to do a sneak attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 30 for my attack.
Cool.
Oh yeah, you rolled a nat 20. That's why. Okay, so it's dealing double damage.
Sweet.
Let's see the damage. Let's see that pretty damage.
Come on, 1.
Katie one-shots it. 1.
Good.
So whatever
Right.
26
Freaking
times 2
God.
is.
26 times 2 is
Dead.
52.
52.
Yeehaw!
And since it already took 6 damage, 51. Yeah, so it was at 47. Yeah, so Vahana slides underneath it and just kind of prison shanks it, and it pretty much dies immediately. Again, bleeding poison and guts all over the nice clean pathway.
I've never felt so useless.
This is how you really kill stuff.
Everybody's just standing in awe, like,
Pharun tucks his short swords under his arms and gives a golf clap.
Your Majesty trained you very well.
Jealous much?
Not
I
at
could
all.
train you too.
I'll take that up, though. I will take that up. I want the abilities that you have.
There you go. So yeah, if you thematically, if you said, next level you're going to take rogue, that would explain it. Valhana's training you up.
I would like to milk the poison again.
Okay, that is giant spider venom, DC 12 con saving throw, 4d10 poison damage on a failed.
Wait a minute, spider venom? I thought this was a scorpion.
Did I say spider again?
Yes, you did.
I meant scorpion.
Okay.
DC 12.
Yep.
4d10, you said?
Yep. And then everybody gains 700 XP.
Damn, that one was worth a hell of a lot more than the other one.
We need more of them.
Yeah, right.
Okay, now I need my calculator. Because I'm a dumbass. Work with me. Thank you.
You guys are here now. Okay. Well, yeesh. I kind of thought we would be further than this by now.
We're still working on it. We can keep going while we're doing our math.
Right.
All right, so now it's 2,300. 20,300. There we go. Was just figuring out my my experience points. All right, so let's get this going before this episode ends on us.
No snap. That's awesome. I did not realize that you guys did that. Okay, cool.
What did we do?
Well, so the map is actually a little bit different than I was saying, so it actually works out in your favor. I did the arrival points backwards.
Whoops.
So,
Oopsie.
but that's okay. That's okay.
We're a lot closer than we thought.
I'm just gonna adapt. So when everybody sees the map, just know that I'm being very liberal with this and just kind of making my own rules up.
They're seeing the map the whole entire time. Once you announce the map on the video, it's going to appear, and that's where it's going to be for the episode.
Okay, cool.
And it'll probably be there for next episode if we're still in here, which I assume we are.
Probably, yeah. So you guys go for a little bit farther, and the hallway or the pathway actually makes let's see, which way are you facing? A sharp right. And it extends on for a long ways, like 100 feet or so. Yeah, 100 feet. and you come to yet another flyover going over your heads.
And what
I
drops
wonder
down
what will
this
drop
time?
on this time.
This time, actually, nothing drops on your heads. However, you can see that this path that you're on extends for at least another 300 feet before turning to the right again. And you actually realize that you're heading, because of the way the hallway turned, you are heading the wrong direction of the tower. You're actually heading away from it now.
I'm giving a perception roll.
Okay.
I'm curious to see if Pharun's getting the feeling that we're being watched or led.
Okay.
I'm getting the impression that these things dropping on us sometimes and other times not is purposeful. Like we're like we're being herded.
Not necessarily. Given that one was a spider, one was a scorpion, you do feel like you're being tested. But it almost seems kind of random in how they, like, when they drop on you. But you do kind of think to yourself, like, well, wait, if we keep walking along and there's these overpasses, there surely must be underpasses as well.
Oh, I guess we better start looking down. Because if there is underpasses, I relay this to the group, thinking about what I'm thinking about, and we need to start keeping an eye out for underpasses because I'm getting the impression that there's got to be more than just things appearing above us.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Reasonable.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm just following you guys. You guys know this place. It is your father's lair, after all.
Doesn't mean we're from here. I've never been here before.
That is fair.
My father took me out of the Drow
then,
Society so I'd never have to face this place. Little did he know.
I suppose then he isn't going to offer us tea then.
You know what? This is a realm of chaos. For all I know, he might invite us to tea before he kills all of us.
Oh, good. I could use a good cup.
I could use a drink.
You guys walk another 20 feet and see that above you there is another overpass. This one, it all seems the same. Like, all these overpasses seem to be 40 feet above you. And as you continue past that one, because nothing else drops on you.
Well, but I look down before we do. I'm curious to see if there's another one going underneath.
Right. Looking down, you see that it is nothing but the abyss below. But after walking a little bit farther down, another 20 feet or so, you see that there is, in fact, an underpass.
Do I see anything on the underpass?
No, it seems to be made of the exact same material that you're on. There's no creatures down below.
Directions that it goes. Does it go back into the direction of the castle / spire / web cocoon?
You see that one of the directions will, in fact, take you closer to the tower, more so than the direction you are heading now.
Hey, sis, do you happen to know a way of softening a fall?
I don't, but for some reason these creatures seem to have no issues with it at all. She walks over with a crossbow bolt and just kind of tosses it over the side, and you see the crossbow bolt float featherfall style down to the path below.
Good enough for me. I'll check it out. You guys follow behind, and I take the leap of faith.
And that was the last the group ever heard of Pharun Tectonis.
Yay!
We thought of him fondly in our elder years.
No, I'm kidding. You jump off the edge, and sure enough, you are affected by the Featherfall spell, and you drift peacefully to the path below. No damage is done, and right behind you comes Quinthell.
Now, I do have a curiosity. Since I'm down here, I look back up at the path we just left,
Mm-hmm.
and I try jumping back up to it.
You just jump normally.
Okay.
There's no up button.
Okay, I look over at Quinthell, who's probably giving me a silly look. It's like, well, I had to make sure.
She nods. That was a good thought. That was a very good thought.
Kind of my best Superman impression, too. Like, damn it.
I jumped down as well.
You two.
I'm gonna follow too.
As soon as she's about to ask if you two are coming, you both come down. Boop, 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 boop. And now you all are on the path which leads perpendicular to the tower. Not towards it, but you're heading in the right direction anyway. Still keeping a lookout for everything now that you've kind of gotten the idea. You travel for about 20 feet or so, and you see that there's another path that goes underneath you, but it does not go in a direction that you would want to be on. You could still jump down if you would like, but it leads away from the tower.
Thinking. Is this one of those moments where I'm going to want to have to trust chaos and believe that maybe heading the way is the right way to go? God, I wish I could think about... I don't want to split everybody up.
I'm going to roll a perception check to see whether or not the tower, in fact, looks closer.
I'll do the same.
Okay.
What's your game, Dad?
Well then.
Rolling. That is a very bad investigation roll for you.
Yeah, no.
No, I did perception. Can I roll investigation?
No, perception would be better. Is anybody else rolling perception?
I can. Everybody else was calling for it, so I was leaving it alone.
Yeah, let's have everybody roll perception.
18.
And we'll do a combined, like, you guys putting your heads together kind of thing.
Well, you got to roll Quinthell's then.
Oh yeah. This is why I said, like, I don't even want to NPC Billy, because I would forget everything.
Well, Billy's usually useless anyway, so.
Fair enough. All right, so with the three of you all putting your heads together, you realize that, yes, this path that you are on will lead you to closer to the tower. From what you can see where you're standing right now, the path stretches on for about 100 feet and then hooks left, which is a direct shot to the tower.
Then that's the path we need.
Perfect.
Follow the yellow brick road.
We represent the Stumble Crew. Sorry.
And I think, ladies and gentlemen, that's where we're going to pause it for right now, just to build up some more drama, and we will pick this back up when we play again. So for right now, let's go around and we'll say, Chris, a.k.a. Pharun, where can we hear more of you, sir?
You can hear me right here on Chronicles of the Lost Realm, playing the Drow Elf Ranger Pharun Thonalus, or as the storyteller of Four Corners of Hell. And, of course, over at our main channel, Realm of the Mist Entertainment, you can find me co-hosting Breaking the Fourth Wall, hosting Realm of the Mist podcast, or any of the numerous other podcasts of Realm of the Mist Entertainment. And, of course, you can check us out on Anchor or wherever quality podcasts can be heard.
Booyah.
Booyah.
And the Blighted Crow, Scott, where can people find you?
Just right here, playing the Blighted Crow.
Noise.
Having a good time, not doing a whole lot, apparently. Collecting stuff.
Collecting things, which will come in handy later. I'm glad you thought to do that. And finally, last but certainly not least, Vahana Windmeadow, also known as Katie. Where can we hear more of your sultry voice?
You can find me right here on the Chronicles of the Lost Realm, and I also play on Four Corners of Hell as Valhana's doppelganger, doing fun stuff there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good time.
Doppelganger.
And ladies and gentlemen, I am the Chronicler, and you can find me here on Chronicles of the Lost Realm, creating chaos. And you can also find me co-hosting on Breaking the Fourth Wall. You can also find me co-hosting on War of the Stars, the Star Wars podcast. Almost said that backwards. And last but not least, you can hear me playing Lemmy Stormkiller in Four Corners of Hell. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for staying with us for another intense adventure. I promise that it only gets worse from here. Have a good day, and thank you.
Bye.
Night.